A sudden security scare at the Washington Hilton has revived unsettling memories of one of the most infamous moments in American political history. The 1981 assassination attempt on former US President Ronald Reagan, creating a sense of déjà vu around a location already etched into the country's security narrative. Notably, the incident unfolded during the White House Correspondents' Dinner, an annual gathering attended by senior political leaders, journalists, and high-profile guests. What was expected to be a formal evening quickly descended into chaos when an armed man allegedly attempted to force his way through a secured checkpoint outside the venue. And as security personnel moved in to intercept him, shots were fired, triggering panic among those nearby and prompting an immediate emergency response. And within seconds, Secret Service agents and law enforcement officers rushed to the scene. The suspect was quickly subdued before he could reach the main event area, preventing what officials say could have escalated into a far more serious attack. And inside the banquet hall, where hundreds of guests had been gathered for the event, confusion and alarm spread rapidly. Attendees took cover under the tables as security teams entered the hall, shouting instructions and guiding evacuations in a tightly controlled but urgent operation. US President Donald Trump, the First Lady, and the Vice President J.D. Vance were among those evacuated from the premises. Authorities later confirmed that all the senior officials were safely moved in order to secure locations. A security officer was reportedly struck during the incident but survived due to the protective gear and was said to be in stable condition. Officials emphasized that the quick response of the Secret Service prevented the situation from escalating further. And following the incident, Donald Trump briefly addressed the media, expressing gratitude towards the law enforcement teams involved. He described the attacker as a possible would-be assassin and suggested that early assessments pointed towards a lone individual, though he noted that investigations were still ongoing. Federal agencies, including the FBI, have since launched a detailed inquiry into the event. Evidence such as a long gun and shell casings recovered from the scene is being examined, while witness statements are being collected to reconstruct the sequence of events and determine the motive behind the attack. The suspect has been identified as Cole Thomas Allen from California and is facing multiple firearm-related charges, including assault on a law enforcement officer with a deadly weapon. Authorities have not confirmed a final motive and continue to explore whether the individual acted alone or had any broader intent or connections. But what has intensified public attention on this incident is its location. The Washington Hilton carries historical significance due to the 1981 assassination attempt on Ronald Reagan, when gunman John Hinckley Jr. opened fire outside the same hotel. Reagan was critically injured but survived after emergency surgery, while others, including Press Secretary James Brady, suffered severe injuries with long-term consequences. Well, the parallels between the two events, both occurring at the same venue and involving armed attacks targeting high-profile political figures, have reignited discussions about security vulnerabilities at a major public events in the United States of America. While authorities have confirmed that the latest situation was contained swiftly and all the major officials were safely evacuated, the investigation continues and security protocols are expected to undergo further scrutiny in the aftermath of the scare. That's all for now. Stay tuned to the Savera for more updates. Do like, comment and subscribe to the channel.